So it looks like we have an audit question here.
Okay.
Someone wants to know, what are my options if I'm audited and disagree with the IRS findings?
Yeah, you can fight in court basically.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
So, and audits are a very odd topic right now because we're hearing from people that
Mhm.
across tax Twitter and stuff that says, hey, my audit got delayed because the guy who was
Wow.
auditing me got fired. So wild time for again anything requiring a human being. So the general process is you get a letter in the mail, which is called a request for explanation, and they'll have listed some items on your tax return and say, hey, give us further explanation of this thing. And you have to respond with whatever documentation you have around that particular item. Or it might be multiple items, it just depends. And so you send that back, and you might get a phone call. How much back and forth there is depends on the complexity of the audit. One guy's been dealing with the same audit for 4 years, which is
Wow.
crazy. But most things are resolved in a couple months. And at the end of it, the IRS makes a determination. So, okay. If you don't like the determination, then you can appeal and basically go through the beginning stages of the court proceedings. Now, I will tell you, the vast majority of people do not do that. It's expensive. Most people lose when they do that. Just you're going to tax court. It's a special court that is separate from regular court. By the time it gets to that point, the IRS has a very strong winning record.
Wow.
Unless there's something egregious, it's usually not worth the time and effort and money. But yeah, it can be done. There are other cases where it's let's say you end up with somebody like an auditor who is just unprofessional and is just blatantly ignoring the law and things like that. There is the Taxpayer Advocate Service, which is your kind of like internal watchdog organization for the
Yeah.
IRS. Debatable how accessible they are. They're really slow as far as getting back to people and looking at their cases and things like that. But it could work. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. At that point, you're beginning some kind of legal process.
Good.